welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for giving me another shot at entertaining you today. But if you are not new, make sure you guys click subscribe and click the like button. I've been really enjoying doing these get ready with me's lately. It's really fun, it's really effortless, and it gives me something to do because we're all kind of like cooped up inside. I am not a beauty guru, I am not a makeup expert, I just like doing makeup. Thought that it could be fun to do something different than what I normally do with my face. This is something that I am not comfortable with, I am not good at. I haven't done makeup like this in years, like a decade at least. It's been a very long time since I've worn eyeshadows like this. I told you guys in my last get ready with me that I bought a bunch of those 9-pan ColourPop eyeshadow palettes where they're all color themed. I ended up picking up this one called Smoke Show. I don't know, can you guys see it? It is these super dark black and silvery eyeshadows. I still literally have like this thing in it. It's these shades. It's so incredibly dark, so incredibly out of my comfort zone, and I thought that it could be fun to play with this on camera because I'm not great with makeup. I'm really not. Like, I'm not someone that could just whip something like this out and like create like a really amazing look. I'm just not good at makeup in that way. I'm excited to see how this turns out. It could be a hot mess. The last time I tried to do a darker eyeshadow look, it was not good. I didn't even finish it. So we'll see what comes of this. And also, if you have fallout with darker eyeshadows, it can create a mess if you do your foundation before you put on your eyeshadow. But I have to do my foundation first because I can only do my eyebrows once I have my foundation on because otherwise they look really, really weird. I'm gonna just go ahead and do like my face and all of that and just chat with you guys, and then we'll get into this after, and hopefully there's not a lot of fallout and it doesn't mess up everything that I just did. But if it does, we're not going anywhere today. We're gonna be home. I am a really big fan of bubblies. We found this at Walmart, and this is way better than bubbly. I didn't even know that it was possible. I am a huge fan of sparkling water. I actually had like a really bad addiction to diet sodas. Like, I was addicted to the aspartame and just all that bullshit. And I have like a really funny story attached to how I stopped drinking diet soda, which I'll tell you guys that in a minute because that could probably be fun to chat about. This isn't an ad, by the way. I realize this looks very like ad placement-y, but like I'm not getting sponsorships from anybody. But anyways, they really helped me kick the diet soda addiction, and these AHA waters are so much better than bubbly. I've been telling everybody about them, and everyone that's bought them since I've said that has been like, these are amazing. And this one's actually really interesting because it is a black cherry coffee flavored one. It has 30 milligrams of caffeine in it, but it's a sparkling water. Like, what? Like, oh my God, it's not like I needed more caffeine. I had so much coffee today that I literally spent like a half hour on the toilet. As I was saying, I used to be really addicted to diet soda. I would drink like a 2-liter of that shit in a day. And I did that my entire, like from ages like, I don't know, 15 to like in my early 20s. I had such a bad addiction to it. I would drink it more than water. Like, I was obsessed with Diet Cherry Vanilla Dr. Pepper. I don't know if you guys ever had that. Actually, I have like very like specific memories of watching Teen Mom and like sitting there and like drinking like 3 glasses of that before one 1-hour episode of Teen Mom was over. Like, I was addicted. And I heard my entire life how horrible it was for you, that you shouldn't be drinking diet soda, that aspartame can cause cancer and all these things. In my opinion at the time, I was like, well, you know what? Like, a lot of things can cause cancer. It just starts to sound like background noise if you've heard it enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just starts to sound like it's just a part of the scenery. Like, okay, yeah, like it can cause cancer, like whatever. It never affected me. I never listened to anyone when they told me that I shouldn't be drinking it, and I heard it a lot. And if you're someone that you drink diet soda a lot, you know what I'm talking about. People love to tell you how horrible it is for you. And to be honest with you, I have since kind of become that person. Like, I don't like to get on people's cases about things. Like, I want everybody to be able to live their best lives and do what they want to do with their lives. And if they want to drink diet soda, I don't want to be the one to stop them. But you know, ever since I stopped drinking it, it has kind of turned into this thing where like I do have this urge to be like, oh, you shouldn't be drinking that. But anyways, it's really funny what actually got me to stop drinking diet soda. And I never would have imagined that it would be something so incredibly random like this. So I think it was in 2015, I ended up quitting my job that I had had for a while working for a merchandising company. And I was trying to do like the YouTube thing, and like I underestimated, I guess, at the time, like how difficult it was to make money on YouTube and to grow. So I kind of prematurely quit my job that I had. I was at this place with this job where like I was at the end of being able to do it anymore. I was kind of like getting to this place where it was like I needed to move on to something different. It was just becoming like really toxic. My boss like gave me a lot of anxiety, like just being herself and who she was just very intense. Like she's the only boss I've ever had that like actually yelled at me, and I'm incredibly sensitive, like don't yell at me. I ended up quitting that job to try the YouTube thing, and really quickly I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to find another job. I ended up applying for a bunch of different merchandising companies, and I ended up getting a call back from this one. And I'm not gonna say the name of this company at all because I don't really have good things to say about them. I never actually even worked at this job, guys. I accepted the job. The hiring manager was also the one that was going to be my boss, and he gave me kind of like creep vibes. Like he was really nice, but there was something about him. He kind of gave me like pervy vibes. He didn't do anything. It's just the vibes of the pervation was like there. That kind of made me feel weird. Like I had to do like a webcam interview with him, and it was the first time I ever done a webcam interview. Every other interview I've ever had has either been like over the phone or like in person. And you know, sometimes with like merchandising companies, they will do things like that. Like if you guys have never worked for one, sometimes you'll go through a couple different interviews and at least one or two of those will be just over the phone. I interviewed for the job. I ended up getting it. My new boss told me that it was really crazy and perfect that this was the time that I got hired because they were about to have their like annual meeting in Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's like food, and they just kind of like have like conferences and stuff like that and stuff to help inspire you with the job. And he's like, it's perfect that you started at this time because you can get to know everybody and learn some really great tips. And also just keep in mind, this is like a sales job. There were two ladies that were going to be going to this meeting in Tulsa, like that lived locally. So I ended up getting with them and we were all gonna like carpool together. Two older women and then myself. I was definitely the youngster for sure. I am kind of like socially awkward, I feel like sometimes. Like I get really, really nervous to meet or be in a vehicle with, especially, or just like one-on-one with someone that like I don't know. And so I was really nervous because I was gonna be with these two ladies that I've never met before, and I was going to have to be in this vehicle with them for like 2 hours. They were interesting characters. They actually didn't know each other either. One lady already had this job, and then the other lady, she, and I don't remember their names either because this is a long time ago, but the other lady was new as well. So this was going to be like her first introduction to this job. You know, we really didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. We knew that it was a sales job and that we were gonna be in Best Buy a lot, but we hadn't really gone over a lot of the details with the company and with our boss and stuff yet, enough to know like what type of sales job that it was gonna be, you know what I mean? Literally while I was sitting in this meeting for this job, I knew in that moment, this would be the last time I would be seeing these people. Because just to give you guys an example of what type of job this was, there was one of those videos that they show you where they tell you like, you know, what they want you to do while you're on the job and stuff like that. You guys know what I mean. And there was this video of this guy that had the job that we did. They were obviously acting, but he was supposed to be like us. And then there was a woman, and she was just minding her own business in this video, like looking at like, I don't remember what it was, like printers or something. I don't know, just looking at shit in Best Buy, right? And then the person that was supposed to be us, that was supposed to be an example of what they wanted us to do at this job, walks up to her and starts complimenting her necklace, what she's wearing, and her jewelry and shit like that. And then this man pops up, like a little cutscene thing, and he's like, when you compliment people and you engage with them in that way, they are more than likely to purchase what you're talking about. And I'm watching this video and I'm like, are you kidding me? I literally hate people that approach me and do this shit. And this job is basically saying that I have to approach people and compliment them and make them feel good about themselves just to then manipulate them into buying some bull crap that I don't even fucking care about. It was a job where I was supposed to be like selling like HP printers or something like that, but I didn't know up until like this point that that's like what it was. I have worked a lot of merchandising jobs and it entails like a ton of different things, and I have had a sales representative like title, even though I wasn't like in people's faces like selling shit to them. So I truly didn't really know like this was gonna be like this type of job. But I'm sitting there and I'm watching this shit and I'm like, there is no fucking way that I am ever going to be doing what they are telling me to do. This is so creepy. It's not okay. It's manipulative. It's gross. I don't like it. And this whole time time that like we're sitting here, you know, watching these videos and listening to like these crazy speeches of like bullshit that they want us to do, and as I'm sitting there thinking in my head, like I am literally like, I'm not gonna have this job like once I leave here. Like I kind of just like want to leave right now because this is a waste of my time because I'm not doing this. Before I continue this story, just let me say I'm not shaming anybody who has a job like that. I know there's probably people watching this who do that for work. For me personally, I don't want to manipulate people into buying something that I don't believe in. I don't personally have like a passion and love for like HP printers where I feel the need to do whatever I can to get people to like want to buy them, you know what I mean? You know, like these people in this meeting, like this was their life. Like this was something that they were just so proud of, and I'm like, I can't get on board with this. This is not something that I want to do. But I just want to make note, I'm not shaming anybody that if that's like your thing and you're in sales and like you enjoy it, just know it's personal preference thing, that it's something that I felt was really, really scammy. I was sitting by one of the ladies that I had went to this meeting with, and she was really nice. I don't know how old she was. I want to say she was in her 50s, and she kind of had like this hippie vibe about her. I noticed it immediately. She has like a really, really cool vibe. You know what I mean? Like somebody that like, you know, was a lot older than me, but that I felt like, you know, I could kick it with this lady. Like she's pretty cool. In this meeting, there was a bunch of food and like snacks and things like that, and drinks and stuff that you could have like while you were either like listening to the videos or, you know, doing whatever. And so at one point I got up and I went to the little like cooler thing that they had set up that had a bunch of different types of sodas, like Dr. Pepper, Coke, blah, blah, blah. They also had like Diet Dr. Pepper and stuff. And so I obviously grabbed a Diet Dr. Pepper. This is the weirdest moment, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to translate this moment to you guys on camera, but you guys will understand like as I continue with this story, like what now I think. But like in this moment, when this happened, I didn't understand why this hit me like it did. Because my entire life, I've heard people say this, but for some reason, this one just hit different. So I go and I sit back down at my table. The lady that I went there with, like I said, was sitting next to me, and I sit down with my Dr. Pepper, and she looks over at my Dr. Pepper and looks up at me and goes, "Oh my God, you should not be drinking that. Go get you a regular one. Not that, that is so bad for you." We make eye contact where she's not saying anything and I'm not saying anything, and it's just eyes after she says what she says. I don't know how to respond, and I'm feeling weird, and I can't explain it. I'm just feeling like just this weirdness. At the time, you know, I was probably thinking in my head like I was uncomfortable because she was like saying something about the drink that I grabbed. After she tells me that, we're holding eye contact, and there's this like vibrational weirdness like going between me and her that I cannot explain to you. There were no words being exchanged, but we're just staring at each other, and I'm feeling like something's hitting me. And I swear to God, in this meeting, I sat next to this lady and never opened that drink, and it just sat there. And you know, like when you're like soda's like sitting on like a table and like the condensation starts to go down the side of it, you know what I mean? It was like dripping with the water down the side all over the desk, and I'm just leaving it there, not opening it, not drinking it. I felt like I couldn't drink it. And this is where it got a little bit weird for me. This was what I found to be a bit strange. On the way back, you know, we have about 2 hours in the car together, and we're all kind of like getting a little bit more comfortable with each other. Like we've been around each other like pretty much all day now. So we're all getting like a little bit more open and being a little bit more ourselves. The woman that was sitting next to me that started telling me about how those sodas were so dangerous and that, you know, I shouldn't be drinking it, blah, 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 starts opening up about something very strange about her. She starts saying that she's a psychic and that she's been like that her whole life, and that she foresees things before they happen. And she started talking to us about like this like fairy garden area that she would go to and like meditate, and like how there was like limestone and the rocks and the vibrations there were just crazy. And she said that like her boyfriend had a son who loved to ride motorcycles. And she said that her sister is like very against like psychics and things like that. Like she is a Christian, and it's just something that they just don't believe in. And so she kind of like repressed her psychic abilities, and she said that she would have like visions of people like getting hurt or something happening to them, and then that thing would happen. And she felt so like repress that she felt scared to say things when this would happen because she felt like people were gonna judge her or like think that she was crazy. She starts telling us that her boyfriend's son, who liked riding motorcycles, was about to go on like a bike ride with some of his friends. You know, when people get on like motorcycles and they'll go riding around and stuff with their friends. And she saw this vision of him getting in this horrendous bike accident. And she said the next day was when he was supposed to go ride bikes with his friends. And she was so like in her head about like, do I say anything? Like, I don't know if I should, because she was worried he was gonna think that she was weird because she wasn't like open about like being psychic or anything like that. You know what I mean? So she ends up making the decision to tell him that he needs to stay home and not go on that bike ride. I'm gonna tell him because if something happens to him and I didn't tell him not to go, I will regret it for the rest of my life. I cannot remember why he stayed home. I don't remember if it was because she said that or if, you know, he just had like a change of plans, but for whatever reason, he didn't go the next day. The person that he was gonna be riding with ended up getting into a bad accident. Can't remember if he lived or died. I don't remember that part of the story. He believed her after that she was psychic. And so she said ever since that happened, she's gotten to this place where she tries not to let, you know, people being judgmental and not understanding, or people being like, you know, thinking she has demons and stuff like that. Like her sister, who was like incredibly like religious, thought it was just so wrong and like not okay. That she wasn't gonna let people like that like stop her from potentially saving someone. Now, when I tell you, when that lady was telling me that she was psychic and all that shit, and she was saying all that, all I could think about was that weird moment when me and her were making eye contact and there was this weird vibrational, I don't fucking know. And it was crazy because when I was sitting in this meeting, I didn't know that this girl was psychic. I had no idea that she was psychic and that she had psychic tendencies, nothing. So there was no reason why, when she was telling me all this shit about the soda and then we had that like weird silence, we're just staring at each other, that I should have felt that way. There was no reason why I didn't open up my soda and drink it. Everyone has been telling me that my entire life and it's never affected me. But this lady, for some reason, it hit me different. Now we're in the car and she's telling me that she's psychic and has visions of people like dying and like shit happening to them and stuff. All I could think was, what did she see? What did she see when she was staring at me? I don't know if it had anything to do with the diet soda or if it was something else, but I truly still to this day believe that that lady saw some sort of vision about me, and I don't know what it was because I didn't ask. I kid you not, I have never drank diet soda since. That was the last diet soda I ever grabbed, and I have never touched it again because I was so convinced that that woman saw something bad about me, and all I could think was, it has to be the soda, because she just told me that it's incredibly dangerous and that it can kill people and that I shouldn't be drinking it, and then she's staring at me all weird, and that she's a fucking psychic and she sees visions of people like dying, and she like saved like her freaking boyfriend's son from like getting into a motorcycle accident, and like she's staring at me like she just saw my death. When I tell you that changed me, it fucking changed me. I will never forget that for as long as I live. I actually wanted to tell that story on my other channel a while ago and I never did. I don't know why, but I really wanted to tell it because it was just so crazy. But I also thought, like, who's gonna think a video of someone talking about the psychic that made them stop drinking diet soda? Like, who's gonna wanna watch that? That's kind of weird, right? I'm gonna try doing my eyebrows on camera. I don't know how this is gonna go. Might be some awkward silences. So if you drink diet soda, this is your sign. You need to get off of that shit. It's more important that we live long, healthy lives. My makeup isn't coming out the best today. It's really, really gloomy outside. I don't have a lot of light to work with, but it's fine. We're not here to be perfect. We're here to just be what we are. That lady will never know that she was the one that made me stop doing that. I'm pretty sure it would probably make her feel really good to know that like she's the reason why I stopped drinking it. And if you're curious, I ended up sending an email to my boss after that meeting and, you know, saying in a very professional way how I just felt like the job wasn't going to be a good fit for me after all. So I never actually did anything for that job. I couldn't bring myself to do a sales thing. I am so nervous to do this to my eyes. Why am I so scared? Oh, ooh, but I do have a fresh mirror. Also, I don't think I'm gonna be wearing this, but I got a Fenty Beauty, what is this called? Blush matte lipstick from my BoxyCharm, but this is in the shade Black, which I do not wear, and I feel like putting black lipstick on and this black eyeshadow look will be a little bit too much, so I'm probably not gonna use that. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens in this. This could just be an absolute mess, but it's fine. We're not going anywhere. We are home because COVID-19. Also, a funny story, you can't put quarantine in your title on YouTube because they will remove ads from it. They did it to me, which is really weird. I don't understand why you can't, why it's not worthy of getting ads. I think it's odd how they're kind of like controlling that. I find that to be a bit weird, but it's fine. So if you're a YouTuber, do not try and put quarantine in your title if you want to get paid. I feel like all my neighbors, because I'm in my living room again, and I feel like all my neighbors can see in here and they can see me sitting in my floor, on my floor, not in my floor. I swap my ons and ends. Does anybody else do that? But I feel like they can see me in here filming right now and they're like judging. Oh my God, I forgot to tell you guys this. I was gonna tell you guys this on Twitter. Mark caught one of our neighbor boys, like he was probably like 10 years old or something like that. And well, I think he said maybe 8 or 10, one of those ages, looking through our bedroom window, peeping Tom. Like we have a little peeping Tom child neighbor. We have a front door that has a window on it, which I absolutely hate it. I mean, it's not the worst part of this house, as you guys know, but it's something that I desperately hate about this house. Like everyone can see through it. Like if they're looking and they want to, they can see through it. And I told Mark, I was like, I wonder how many times like our neighbors have seen me like bare ass, like walking from the bedroom to the kitchen, because like, I'm sorry, like when I'm in my house, I'm not gonna like worry about what I'm wearing because maybe somebody's being a creep through my window. This is my fucking house. But like now after that situation, I'm like, if that child went up to the window and was literally peeking through it, how many times has he done that to make him go up to it so casually to do that day? That child has seen some questionable things. I'm kind of concerned. Little pervert peeping Tom child. All right, I don't know where to start. I think I'm gonna go with Stone Faced first. Guys, this is scaring me. This has a lot of fallout on it too. It could also be this brush. I don't know. This is a crease brush. I also feel like I don't know how to talk while I do this because I'm like nervous. Like I'm scared I'm gonna like mess something up. Look at that fallout. Color pop, holy wow. I mean, most eyeshadow palettes I've ever used have fallout, but this one is on another level, wow. Now I'm concerned. You guys remember when I was like, I should be doing my eyeshadow before I put on my foundation because of fallout with this black eyeshadow I'm about to put on my eyes. It's gonna be all over my face, watch. Do you guys wanna be zoomed in? Should I zoom y'all in? Let's zoom you guys in so you can see like the mess. Y'all wanna see the mess? That is so much fallout, oh my God. But like on another level, if that child has actually looked at me through my window, that really does freak me out. And I don't know, I'm trying to remember to close it, like to close my blinds, but it's just like, fucking hell. Like, why do we have to close our blinds? Why can't people just not be creeps? I think I'm gonna go in with Slated in the crease and see what happens. Whoa, man, this palette has so much fallout. Why do the dark one like that? This is the one that needs to have the least amount of fallout in it because it's dark as fuck. Oh my God, I'm scared. What am I doing? Like all the like beauty gurus, like people who are actually good with their makeup is watching this and cringing because I know this is probably not where I'm supposed to put that color. This is something I feel like beauty gurus practice a lot with before they film it, and here I am filming it away. I'm just like, I'm just gonna go in with this like intense shit and see what happens. I already hate it. I'm already upset. I feel like this is ruining my entire vibe. Like I feel like I'm gonna have a bad day now. I don't know how to save this. Ew, it's just so muddy, but like gray. I'm probably, when this is like done, gonna have to like go in with like a makeup wipe and fix it. But like no matter how bad I am smacking this brush to get this shit off, it's just not working. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with Stone Face again, that lighter one that I used, and I'm gonna like try and lighten it up a little bit. Oh. The thing is that I'm not like good at doing stuff like this, and I'm just like, oh, I don't wanna be pretty. Like you see people be like, ooh, sexy smoky eye, and it's like, bitch, there ain't nothing fucking sexy about this. I'm gonna try and, what does this say? I'm gonna buff it out. Is this buffing? Am I buff? Is that helping? Using this bigger brush and just like, why does it look like I punched myself in the face? I'm gonna go back in with this smaller one, and I'm gonna use Let's Do It. It's dark as fuck. And I'm gonna try with everything in me to keep it over here. I went out too far already. Do I not have like any sort of understanding of like my eye shape? Ew, guys, this looks like back when people first started doing makeup tutorials on YouTube and like they had like the smoky eye look and it just was not blended and it just looked like insane. That's what this looks like. But I feel like we're at this place where like we have to just keep going with it. Like this is what I committed to doing. I said at the beginning of this video, this is gonna be us working with really dark eyeshadows. I can't not do the thing that I said I was gonna do because then the whole video was like a waste. Have I had this in front of my face the whole time? I'm gonna go in with Ignite. I don't really know why, but I ain't got nothing else better to do. I just feel like if I just keep doing this, like this is what they do in videos, and maybe if I just keep doing it, it'll magically like look incredible and we'll be like, whoa, what the fuck happened? There is so much smudged bullshit down here. I'm fucking pissed. You know what? I'm going darker. We're already here. We already arrived. We already fucked it up. Might as well fuck it up more. Why am I bringing... Oh no. Oh no. What have I done? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's like I'm trying to do like an ombre thing and what is happening on the side of my face? Everything's going so well in the world. And then I used this Smoke Show palette from ColourPop and fucked it up. I knew this was a bad idea and I did it anyways. You know what? I'm not stopping. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna make this eye match this shit show and then I'm gonna redo my eye makeup under here and we'll see what happens after that. What I have just went through, I will never go through again. I almost had to just wash off my entire face, and the only thing that prevented me from washing off my entire face was the fact that I didn't want to put it back on, and I was like, if I do that, this video, I'm gonna have to throw the entire thing away. And I told a perfectly great story time about why I stopped drinking diet soda that I know every single person on my channel wants to hear. So I tried to pull my shit together. I wanted to cry, man. I wanted to cry. I don't know what the fuck is going on with my face. I look like 50 Shades of fucking gray right now, man. I need help. I look like a freak. I'm trying so hard to do something good with my life. Instead, I did this. I'm trying to convince myself that when I put eyelashes on and eyeliner on, it'll look better, but I don't know what to do about down here because I had to wipe the makeup off, but there's like, you guys can see like the million different colors going on down here. I don't know what to do about that. I'm gonna put in Slated underneath my eye. Okay, I'm just gonna let you guys know right now, this eyeshadow palette has so much fallout, more than ever. So this is a great time for those of you that are good at doing your eyes before you do your face. This eyeshadow palette is great for people that know what the fuck they're doing. I'm gonna go in with Starstruck and I'm gonna put this on the lid and with my finger and hope we can save this. That's pretty. Ooh, that's intense. Shit. Bitch, okay, see this color's pretty. I've had people tell me I should do makeup tutorials. This is why I don't do that. Even the silver got everywhere. Oh my God. I wouldn't pay a penny for that eyeshadow palette. Fuck you, Smoke Show palette, fuck you. Somewhere in my head, I thought I could actually do this. I don't know where, why, but I did. I was gonna film a video after this. I don't think that's a good idea now, do I? Who's in favor of me filming this way, say aye. I'm not surprised that I heard silent. Now I'm gonna just go in with my eyeliner. This needs some huge eyelashes. We're not no quitters. No, we are not. We're no quitters, we're finishers. I feel like with the eyeliner, it looks a little bit doable. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're gonna do these big fuckers right here. So we're just gonna let those eyelashes dry for just a little bit. So I need to figure out what color I wanna do on my lips. Do you guys think I should go like I should try this black lipstick and like just go like all out black? It's gonna make my teeth look yellow, I feel like, if I try this. If I do this black lipstick and it looks absolutely horrible, you know what? It's not gonna be the worst part of the day. So we'll just go for it. Oh, it kind of has like a blue hue. Is this blue? I'm scared I'm gonna smear this all over my face. I'm shook to my core right now. This isn't even black. This is blue. This is literally blue lipstick. I got it on my teeth too. So I'm gonna spray this on my face and try not to spray my cat. This is a setting spray. Wait, why would I put a setting spray on this when I literally want to take it off? Another mistake has been made. Okay guys, I'm ready for these big lashes. Are they ready for me? Oh my God, the band is so thick on these lashes that it won't stay down. Whoa, these eyelashes are fucking huge. You know what, guys? If I needed a reminder why I stick to my normal makeup routine, I think that we all learned something today. The beauty gurus make it look easy. You can buy the same eyeshadow palettes they're talking about. You can spend a shit ton of money on the makeup that everybody on YouTube is talking about. But if you're not spending some of your precious little time on learning how to apply it correctly, it doesn't fucking matter. Not to mention, when you watch someone do like a smoky eye tutorial and they have like so much space between their eyebrow and their eye, and they have like perfectly creased eyelids and everything is just amazing. Like, their eyeshadow is gonna like 10 times better than someone like me who has like hooded eyelids. This was an absolute disaster. This video is a disaster. This end result is a disaster. I almost wiped this off in the middle of this video and was like, fuck it. And then I was like, you know what? We'll just upload the disaster. We'll just finish it and we'll upload it as is, because you know what? We don't do things perfect all the time. Look into my eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video so I can go wash this shit off my face and take off these eyelashes because they're so big, they're literally stabbing me in the sides of my eyeball. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember not to try this at home because this is a trap. Why don't you guys leave me a bunch of black emojis down below, because we try to do like some dark themed makeup today. So get down in the comments below and leave me some dark themed emojis, because we like to leave emojis on my channel because it lets me know who are my kings and queens. That lets me know who watched my video from beginning to end. And I like seeing my comment section flooded with the emojis that I asked you guys to leave. I think it's really fun. So make sure you guys subscribe if you aren't yet, because I promise my next video will be better than this one. But I hope to see you guys then. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay inside, and wash your damn hands. I'll see you guys in my next video.